Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash Rakatham. This devil about to start stinking. Oh yeah. All peace and blessings to Hofelet 144 and the rest of 1/3. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. Shalom, shalom. To all my apostles, elders, and bishops who do well in GMS, all the Malakim, Speckled Bird, Aquathim, shalom. Yeah, all the foundations of the earth are out of course. And why is that? Because of this damn devil. But we're going to say right here, Psalms 99:1. The Lord reigneth, let the people tremble. He sitteth between the cherubims, who are the angels. Let the earth be moved, who are the messengers, like us. The Lord is great in Zion, and he is high above all the people. Let them praise thy great and terrible name, for it is holy. The king's strength also loveth judgment. Thou dost establish equity. Thou executest judgment and righteousness in Jacob. Exalt ye the Lord our power, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash Barakatham, and worship at his footstool, for he is holy. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? Apostle Tahar is going to break it down to you much proper also. Understanding. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Videos can't even keep up with this one Jake woman. She went to Bali or whatever she went.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shalom, 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 for 1,000 of us. Elect out your shalom to you all. Try to make this quick. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, All the Foundations of the Earth Are Out of Course. This is from, this is on the topic of adultery. And this is why you have the penalty for adultery, which is death. If this law or punishment was to go into play, you would hardly have any women to save. And for that matter, most of the men. This whole earth, this whole system is completely out of course, and you got this complete madman running things, and nobody can stop this guy. This guy's a complete madman. That's definitely the cruel Lord in Isaiah chapter 19. He's attacking. He's going at. Well, now one of the elders, brother elders, put up a video. There's so many videos going up. I can't keep up with them. That he calls it where in Cuba a gallon of gas is $40. How can you drive your car on $40? You know, to fill your car up, if it's a 10 gallon, let's say, that's $400. That's impossible. And that's a poor nation. He just doesn't care. If they dealt with this man, they'll be dancing in the street. There'll be a international day of praise. This guy the MAGA people are coming against him. But anyway, he and all the laws that he passed and all the things that he said, he's a Bible-believing Christian, and he follows the small hat. The small hat, you can go to that land, you can commit adultery, you can be a Mo. You know, you can see
that crazy tyrant that you got in the crack house now is an Amalekite. His father is an Amalekite.
Sleep around, woman can sleep around, you know, so-called prostitution, you know, out there. Even though in Israel, you know, women did that, that was that was there between a man and a woman. But this man hasn't repealed any of the laws on the Mo, protecting the Mo, and protecting things like adultery and so forth. And then he can't say to protecting kids, because we know the deal about them. They're going to pass laws to protect kids against sexual attacks. They have a law going that they don't even follow their own law. So it says they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All this foundation of the earth are out of course. And one thing that's totally out of course is the fact that a woman can do what the fuck she want to do. And what came out of it, they do what the fuck they want to do, and men don't want to deal with them no more. So they're mad now. Men don't even talk to women no more. You know, you go to clubs, men don't be going to the clubs because they don't deal with the bullshit. These speed dating events, men don't show up. You have women in the supermarket, they might look at you a certain way for you to say something to her, and you might just pass her right on by. And I've been saying, you know, if you can deal with an Edomite, hey, if Jake woman giving you a hard time, deal with an Edomite woman. But don't be stupid with it. I've run into a woman that appears to be an Edomite. She might be a Jake. And you know, we have chemistry. I'm going to deal with it, all right? Despite what ISUBK got to say, and I don't got the mark either. Our black women, especially the black woman, she's the least dead. Pastor Kabal always brings that up. She's the least dateable, really, on the planet. There was one video, there's so many videos, can't even keep up. But there's one Jake woman, she went to Bali or whatever, she went to a couple of countries as a passport cis, and the so-called black men don't even want to deal with it because you know what? Guess what? The news of you in the United States have gone all around the world. You got Edomites in certain countries. You go to certain countries among the Europeans, you're like a king. I'm talking about a Jake. Edomite women openly deal with Jake men. And they have a thing, they only deal with Jake men. And that's part of the curses being reversed. Reversal of fortune, reversal of curses. That's another thing. We were under the curse. Now Esau's under the curse. You're in your power seat, and your women don't even want to deal with you. And they're coming against you. So Esau done fucked up everything. Now it says in Daniel, let's go to Daniel 7. Basic scripture. "25th verse, and it shall come, and it shows, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a times, and dividing time." So we're at the end of this time. When you go to Luke 21, it tells the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. His time is up. What is that, Job 14:5? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not going to go to it. Matter of fact, I am going to go to it just so I can read it. Job 14. Yeah, us being under the curse would be easy if our women were in order under us. If we had women, like if you can have multiple beautiful women, but you're catching all kind of hell. You work a hard day at work, but you go home to a beautiful woman that's obedient. Or women, plural. Seeing his days are numbered, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The time of Jacob's trouble is also the time of Esau's trouble. Because when all hell breaks loose, it's going to break loose on Edomite too. So this world is out of order. Let me give you another one. Isaiah 24. The key verse is in the 5th verse. I think I'll start at the 1st. Judgment on the earth. Behold, Isaiah 24 verse 1, behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priests, so with the servants, so with the master, as with the maid, so with his mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with this lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Third verse. The land shall be utterly empty, and that's what happened to us. We got pushed out of the land. We're not in the land. We don't run the land. The northern kingdom got pushed out first. Then we got pushed out. That happened with the Babylonians. And utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languages and fadeth away. Now this is Esau, because he didn't, through his science, through him not honoring the land Sabbath, the ground doesn't yield. And they use all kind of chemicals. You know, you have people, there's videos where you have Edomites, even Jake too, but mostly Edomites. They're in the country, they go to, let's say, somewhere in Europe, they can eat, they don't get sick. Come back to America, they get sick. And they'll blame it on the food. It said, "And fadeth away the haughty people of the earth do language." That's Esau. The earth also is the foul under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. But that's what we did. And what was our punishment? Deuteronomy 28:15 on down. And now it applies to Esau. Changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Now that applies to us. But the covenant was given to Esau. The laws are given to Esau because he took the laws to himself. He's in the land, right? What does it say in Psalm 15:16 on down? That he discarded the laws. Give me a second here. He discarded the laws. Okay, so let me do this. Give me a second. What's the biblical? I have to do that again. Give me a second here. Exactly, stupid. What's the penalty for adultery? Adultery penalty is very widely ranging from no legal consequences in many jurisdictions to civil penalties, which this is what Esau did. That's why this whole system is all fucked up. Divorce, alimony, property, division, or and any of y'all legally get married, you deal with a woman, you deal with her. Make sure you have your own place. Don't move in with her. If anything, have her move in with you. Let me not take that back. No, because it's gonna end badly. Or really, and I'm telling you about based upon experience. Not my experiences haven't been really bad, but you know, when you're with a woman for years and you're in the same fucking place, like Richard Pryor said, the same mother effer. I don't care how fine she was when you met her. She after so many years, she don't look as good. or rarely enforce criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony. In some U.S. states, in the U.S. military, it is a punishable offense under, this is a universal code of military justice article. I believe that's Title 10. Somebody help me out, because I used to go into it. Article 134. Internationally, penalties can include fines, corporal punishment, or death, and that's in the military. That's in the U.S. military. So really, if there's an act of it, and there's all kind of adulterous, you got elders that were in the military. There's all kind of adultery going on. You got a woman going over there, and her man's over there for 6 months, a year. What do you think she's doing? How do you think she gets them ranks? My goddaughter wanted to join the military. I said, "Oh, no, you ain't. You ain't joining the father." The father, yeah, he said, "Good." I said, "No, you ain't going to no fucking military." It says, and she didn't. So let me go ahead and open this up. Deuteronomy 22, verses 22. You do it this way. But I'm going to show you this video clip. Let me see. Because we don't go on this subject a lot. Your father determined who the daughter is going to get with. She has no say in the matter. An Israelite man can have multiple wives. You can also have side chicks, which are concubines. You can also have handmaids. You can have your wives have handmaids, and you can lay with your handmaids. And in certain cases, the wife will take the handmaid and say, "You're going to lay with my man. Whatever produced out of that seed is my child." So I'm going to show you this video real quick. And you don't want to deal with no jail. I don't even think about it. And if I say, "How you doing? You look good today. Hey, gorgeous," whatever. "Hey, beautiful." I ain't saying that to a Jake woman. I ain't saying it to the Jake woman. So it says here, Deuteronomy 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman, okay, well, we're familiar with this. If a man be found lying with a woman married to another man, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman, and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Our women are completely evil, wicked, demonic. The majority of our men are wicked, evil, demonic. That's why most of them are not going to make it, because they all going to take that chip. And there's no excuse, "Oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to take the chip." Well, I don't listen to GMS. Okay, well, good. You're going to eat a missile. You're going to eat a warhead for that. It says, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed to an husband, you're engaged to the man never touched you, but you're set for a certain date to get with that man, and a man comes and pops her first, y'all both get put to death. And a man find her in the city and lie with her. Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die, the damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he have humbled That's that same word, humbled, in the 29th verse. And the word is ainah, which means to take by force. If a police officer arrests you, you can use that word humbled or ainah. If a man takes a woman to rape her, you can use that same word ainah, humbled. His neighbor's wife, so thou shalt put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed, engaged damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man alone that lay with her shall die. Because that's a great right there to and it says engage. If you grab a woman up and take her, and she's not engaged, she's not married, she's not engaged, then the penalty is you're not supposed to do that. You're disrespecting the father. But if you do that, you don't get put to death. Father said, I'm gonna put this guy to death. Then you get put to death. So anyway, let me go to this here. Again, you come and look at this. You can see that she's out there, man. And a black woman, light-skinned, mother probably Edomite, father light-skinned Jay, could pass for an Edomite, got the blonde hair to go with. They've been the biggest hoes out there, man. They're black women. All women, you gotta be careful of all these fucking women, but mainly the so-called black woman. She don't give a shit. She don't give a shit. She's tatted up. That's a telltale sign that she a hoe. She tatted up or had daddy issues. So let's go ahead and play this, and then I'll let it play a little bit, then I'm gonna end it.
I'm gonna cheat on you, and I'm gonna make you look stupid.
And you know why she says that? Because she can get away with it. She can get away with it. Now, there's certain dudes that don't stand for that shit, and they'll blow her ass away and blow the dude away. And the way she said it, she gets off on that. She's a freak. She gets off on that. She's pretty much a prostitute, but she's playing like she's a decent woman. Why don't you make money off of that shit? See, if she knew she can get put to death, and you know if you deal with a man, because I don't play that shit. If I'm dealing with a woman and I know she's dealing with another man behind my back, that's all I'm going to say, brother. You know, let's just say put it to you this way: it's going to be hell up in Harlem. You're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get beat to death. But you got to say it in your mind when you deal with these women, they're hoes anyway. So if she does deal with a woman, deal with a woman or a man in this matter, you let her know because she was a hoe anyway. You're dealing with hoes, man. That's a topic in itself. You're dealing with hoes, man. When you come right down to it, you're dealing with hoes, man. They're all fucking hoes. But when they gonna stop being hoes? When the kingdom comes. When the Most High get rid of this sorry batch of bitches, and when the kingdom comes, we're gonna have new. That's why you're gonna get them. These niggas in these other camps, and they're 12 years old too. When do you get them? When they're 34, divorcee? Huh? Their vulva, their vagina is the size of a fucking small trampoline. The hell out of here, man. Every woman that we get in the kingdom is going to be about 12 years old because she's ready. She's mature. You know, you eat a grape when it's mature. You eat a banana when it's... You get them bananas that are hard and yellow. You don't eat them, but you're stupid if you eat that banana. You let the banana ripen, then you eat it. So it's the same thing with a woman. A woman ripens just like a fruit. That's why it speaks about... the flower of her age, because she blossomed. She blossomed. Plants, flowers blossom, and women blossom. Right? That's called puberty. So when they're 12 years old, you can get her. She had daddy issues. She been around. She ain't right. She ain't right. She got that look. The script in the pocket will tell you about the eyes. I'm not gonna go all into that. But if she knew that she dealt with a hardcore nigga, like a prison nigga, like a hardcore, that you can take a match and scrape it off his forehead with lights, she ain't gonna do that. If this dude's a drug dealer, if this nigga got bodies on him, believe me, she's not gonna do it. She's gonna do it with some weak ass nigga. Some weak ass, simp ass nigga. That's why you do what you gotta do, and you have it in your mind, the back of your mind, that she a hoe any fucking way. And if you call her a hoe, you get mad. Every once in a while we call women hoes and bitches. We all did that. I know I did. And they don't like it. But guess what? What's the definition of a hoe and a bitch? Because you fit that definition, so why you get mad? Anyway, let's let this play. Let's listen to this hoe right here. This hoe ass bitch.
In front of everybody, I'm gonna post you, and my side piece gonna be hurting.
Now, if you did that to me and you played me like that, you put me in the shoulder side piece, I'm with this nigga and I'm cold and I'm tight, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But guess what? I'm not, because I'm not. First of all, I know you're a hoe any fucking way. I know you're a hoe anyway, you know? And I'll play off of that. I said, you just a hoe any fucking way. You know, every time I lay with this bitch, I gave her $100 to her. She was a fucking hoe. You ain't my woman. And really, you really, to be on the safe side, don't have no woman like Paul said. Best not to have a woman, period. But if you're gonna have one, just know that she's a hoe. Unless you can put a chastity belt on that bitch. And that's what they did in the medieval times. And that was Jake. Jake locked up. Matter of fact, let me go into this. The history of the chastity belt. There it goes. They locked up the Punani. There it is. Let me go to images. Instead of having thongs, you had the iron thong. That locked up you had a lock. So when you go out to battle, you lock her up. Lock up her punani. Because back then they didn't trust their women. They didn't trust their hoes. This is all from medieval time, when Jake was ruling. Esau wasn't doing this shit. Look at this. Those are iron panties. Let me open this up. See, he got a lock. He's unlocking the thing. You know? A man unlocking the chastity belt on a woman of free public domain image. A man unlocking a chastity belt on a woman. Okay, I got back from my trip. Let me unlock the thing so I can get it. Let me open this up. Did women really wear chastity belts in the Middle Ages? Who was ruling the Middle Ages, which is also known as Dark Ages? Jake. Jake didn't give a damn about that woman back there. What makes you want to trust him now? Medieval, which is Jake. She had the thing locked up. Medieval chastity belts weren't invented until 19th century. What was this? And the reason for their invention was anything but pure. Chase and set academics set the truth of these devices straight into the medieval. Now they're saying that that's not the case. Matter of fact, let me do this. telling you, man, these hoes ain't shit. Let's go ahead and read this. Now they're saying it's a myth. Chastity belts often thought to be medieval devices used to ensure female fidelity during the Crusades, which was Jake, are primarily a historical myth. But while the 15th century satirical drawing exists, no evidence suggests. So they're saying that it did. But that's Esau. Esau say what he wanted to say. What is the point of a female chastity belt? For purposes of chastity, as an anti-rape device or to dissuade women and their potential sexual partners from sexual temptation. So now they're saying that shit never happened. Right, these panties were made out of leather and metal harnesses. How long can I leave the chastity cage on? A short-term period, a few weeks. Okay, so you was out there for a few weeks. You locked up a punani for a few weeks. That's it, you see? Let's come on back over here. You can see in her eyes, this chick gets around. She gets around, she jump from there, she a hoe. But if you call her a hoe, she gonna get mad at you. She gonna break, I don't wanna deal with you, keep calling me a hoe. I said, you a hoe.
In our pictures, I'm gonna be laying up next to you, texting somebody else. You gonna catch me? I'm still gonna lie.
And if this dude's a real one, he gonna bash her fucking head in. Then he'll get locked up and they'll call him an animal. They have the mother, oh my, that was a good girl. He'll get a picture when she was 5 years old, graduating kindergarten or whatever. And like I said, they're all hoes. But the worst in my estimation is the so-called black. Nobody wants the black woman. Nobody wants the black woman. I'm not saying you don't have to get with the black woman, but you got to know, she ain't right. There's levels to hoism.
In a whole relationship, acting like enemies. Welcome to dating in 2026. How much?
This is Sirach 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. I'm going to give all praise.
As you can see, she's not shamefaced, because after she said what she said, I'm going to cheat on you, nigga. She winked the eyes. Or she winked the eye.
Honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Barak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing his word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. This is Ramadan Riyadh coming at you with another lesson.
I'm gonna cheat on you, and I'm gonna make you look stupid in front of everybody. I'm gonna post you, and my side piece gonna be hurting our pictures. I'm gonna be laying up next to you, texting somebody else. You gonna catch me? I'm still gonna lie. In a whole relationship, acting like enemies. Welcome to dating in 2026.
Now, when the kingdom comes, look, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, man. They're all gonna be locked down in castles of your man, and I don't even got to go into that's another subject. One Israelite man's gonna have at least 1,000 women, and they're all gonna be 12 years old. They're all gonna be past the flower of their age, pursuant to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and they're all going to be pregnant. And a picture of the kingdom of heaven, anytime you see a woman, she's going to have a belly out. She's going to be pregnant. You have 1,000 women, every last one of them going to be pregnant. You got 10,000 women, every last one of them you're going to be working overtime. Well, Esau's not going to have anything. So, anyway, let me go ahead and check this. I kind of wanted to get a chance to see this. Read Hebrew Israelites are 99.9% of the time just loud and wrong. Oh, well, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Okay, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Sit down somewhere. They're going after this dude to play for the, I don't know if he plays for the NFL or the AFC, Stephen Diggs, dealing with all kind of, with these women, they're like, they'll bite you. They're like scorpions. Just seeing what's going on here. You know, the YN's got to go. We call them, back in the day, we call them gremlins. Yeah, redacted UFOs disclosure, the earthquakes at Area 51. Thought I saw something like that yesterday. Just seeing what's going on, yo. Just bear with me for a minute. Lockheed doors massive manhunt underway in Tennessee for armed Army veteran that shot his wife. Hey, well, she probably committed adultery. All of a sudden, he's a mad dog. Why did he shoot his wife? The Homestead Journey, I watch her and I subscribe to her. She's married to an Edomite, though, or appear to be an Edomite. Americans are applying everywhere and still can't find work. Obama breaks his silence and goes scorched earth on Trump. They better not break the silence on him. Iran bombs United Arab Emirates and demolishes Trump's Project Freedom and the Strait of Hormuz. Bear with me for a minute. You see what's going on. Gas is just step one. The biggest costs are coming. Everything goes up. Okay, GBS Watchtower, redacted. Yeah, I did a video on that, covering that particular show that redacted did. It was wrong. The MOTB won't be administered covertly. No, it's going to be open. It'll be open. Like the jump shot. The wiles and devices of Satan. Anyway, see this hole right here? Stay away from her. and anybody looks like her. Anyway, shalom, on to the next.
Oh yeah. Until the next one. Until the next one. Wall or ball, but ball.